Thank you for taking the time to listen to my story. My name is Risha Smith, and I live here in Atlanta, Georgia. In 2016, I was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer, and I had 2 surgeries, and my oncologist gave me the all clear that the cancer was all gone. In 2021, I went for my 5-year checkup, and doctors told me that now it was stage 4 metastatic breast cancer, and it had metastasized to my liver and my bones. Now, at that point, I went to the top doctors in the nation, and they essentially told me that I only had 2 years to live, that I didn't have to worry about clinical trials or even chemotherapy. Just go home and spend time with your family. Now, armed with that information, I went home and I sat and I said to myself, do you want to live or do you want to die? And the answer was, I want to live. And so at that point, I took that path of living. And so when I'm taking the path of living, I am still living today. It is July 7th, 2026. And when doctors told me that I was going to die in 2021, there was a different plan for me. And so now, between juicing, taking care of my body, being a good steward over my body, learning about herbs and supplements, learning about alternative treatments, I was able to navigate this disease without having to have chemotherapy. God knows my oncologist tried to put me on some, and we did do a couple of test runs with it, but my body just did not receive it well, and it just was not working. And so I finally said, I'm going to drop the chemo and I'm just going to do straight juicing, straight raw vegetables. And that's when we started to see a decrease in the cancer, and started to see that it was not growing as fast as it was. And so everything was going good. And so as I'm looking at alternative treatments, I'm trying to build a business, work a job to be able to get the funds that I needed for the alternative treatments. Time kind of got away from me, trying to save that money, trying to navigate a plan and a strategy to be able to get to these facilities that can actually help me. And so in December of 2025, two things happened. The first thing was that between 2021 and 2025, the cancer did not grow. I was juicing. I was stable. Everything was great. Then all of a sudden, what we were doing wasn't working anymore, and we saw that the cancer was growing. And then also in December 2025, I was also laid off from my job, which was kind of a blessing in disguise, because in January, February, March, and April of 2026, I had 3 surgeries. So 3 surgeries in 4 months. And so if you know, trying to manage a job while trying to have 3 surgeries, that can be kind of difficult. So I do believe there was a space of time for me to be able to get all of that treatment done, while also having some funds saved up to be able to do that. And so now I'm here in July 2026, and I'm looking at the next treatment plan for myself. Now, doctors have already said that there's nothing else they really can do. They want to put me on a chemo pill, and there's no end date for that chemo pill. They said, putting me with intravenous chemotherapy is just too much. It's overkill. And they wanted me to have some level of a quality of life. And so they wanted to do the pill form of chemotherapy, and there was no end date to that. I would be putting that little piece of poison in my body every day for the rest of my life. And my body just did not like it. It didn't accept it. And so now I'm at a place where I have to choose my next steps. And so I'm reaching out for support and help on the next steps. And so I told you earlier how I was saving up money for these treatment facilities. The treatment facilities are $25,000, $35,000, but they get results. And because they don't take insurance, because it's alternative, because it's outside of our healthcare systems, they tend to be pricier. And so I need help in order to get to those facilities. And so I'm asking for help. I'm asking for support. If you can share this with somebody that you know, if you If you want to make a donation, I would be so ever so grateful. I would be ever so grateful if you made a donation, if you would share this information out on your social media platforms, if you share them out within your coworkers, so that way I can get the support that I need. And so let me say this. I'm not any different from anybody else who's also navigating cancer. I know that. I just know that can do the best that I can with what I have. And the plan and the strategy is to get to the place where I know that I can get healing and treatment. And unfortunately, within our healthcare system, it just doesn't work that way. And so, again, I'm asking for your help and your support in this. And so, if you can make a donation, if you want to set up a recurring donation, that would be even better. But we have a goal of $50,000, and that's going to get me at least 2 of the treatments that I need. And then I can continuously update you guys about what's going on with me, how things are going, how am I progressing. And so this can be something really good and really helpful and really exciting, just to see how you're supporting someone into their healthcare journey, into their journey of being cancer free. And so that's why I'm here. This is why I wanted to share this quick video, so you can kind of see my face. If you have any questions about me or want to know more about this cancer journey, leave them in the comments. There's a comment section in the GoFundMe. Ask me questions. I'm free to answer. I also linked in my social media accounts, so you can go take a look at those too. And you can back channel me if you want, and we can just have a conversation as well. And I also have a room, it's called a healing room. It's called Room 811 on Facebook. And it's for people where we come in, it's a faith-based group, and we come in and we pray for each other. We encourage each other, and we encourage each other, and we motivate each other. And it's a room for people who are dealing with disease, sickness, or disabilities. And this is a place where we exercise our faith and we encourage each other to just stay the journey and stay the course. And so that's also what I'm doing, to be able to just kind of give back and to help other people, because the best thing that I can do as I walk through this journey is not to focus so much about what I need or my pains or my worries, but to bring some light and some encouragement into somebody else's day who may be going through the same thing that I'm going through, and we just kind of help each other along the journey. So I just wanted to just say hello and to say thank you in advance for your donation. I really appreciate it, and I'm going to share more photos and more updates. Thank you so much, and I just appreciate each and every one of you.